Hey there, Erin Lee here of VancouverIslandPsychic.com, bringing you the weekly psychic reading for Monday, December 8th to Sunday, December 14th, 2014. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's weekly psychic reading. Your crystal choices for the week are citrine, aquamarine, and rose quartz. Again, that's citrine, aquamarine, and rose quartz. And this week we'll be using Doreen Virtue's Archangel Oracle card deck, and I'm going to give the cards a shuffle and ask our angels what messages we need for the coming week to help keep us balanced, healthy, centered, and strong, and moving forward in a positive way along our divine life path. So, whoop. Okay, so the first card is for Monday and Tuesday, and the message that's coming up for us is compassion. Archangel Zadkiel is with us, and he says, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all of the people involved, including yourself. So Saturday and Sunday of the past week, the 6th and the 7th, we had the full moon, and I don't know about you, but whenever the full moon comes up, there's always a bunch of what seems to be crazy and chaotic things that tend to happen. People don't seem to be acting the way that they usually do, and I certainly feel out of sorts as well, and so it feels like that energy is continuing for us through the beginning of next week, of this coming week that we have. So Monday and Tuesday, it's really important to make sure that you're staying grounded and as centered in compassion for yourself and the people around you as you possibly can. This isn't a time for a lot of big changes and a lot of big shifts. It's more about coming inward and finding that inner strength and calm within ourselves. This is also a really great time to be nurturing yourself and the people around you, and just making sure that you're concentrating on the things that are most important. It's times like these that little dramas can seem to come up and pull our attention away from the things that are most important. And given the time of year that we're starting to get into, with Christmas just around the corner, there can be other stresses as well, and you know, finances can come up from a negative point of view. We've got family, and so things that we don't typically deal with can come to the forefront, and it feels like we're starting to experience that at the beginning of this week. So call on your angels, ask them for help and support in staying grounded, calm, and comfortable. The first couple of days this week, it's really about nurturing and nourishing yourself, and so being really gentle to yourself and the people around you is important too. Looking at Wednesday and Thursday, the message that's coming up for us is crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael is with us, and he says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So the message that we're really seeing for Wednesday and Thursday this week is that we're coming back into our priorities. We're being really clear about what it is that we want in our lives, what we're wanting to create for our lives. And there's also a message that's in here as well to remember the essence of who you are, because when you get back down to the core of who you are as a person, everything else starts to come into place. So again, those little dramas or the things that we worry about or we fear about, they start to fall off to the side, because once we're calm and clear in the core of who we are, when we connect with our angels, with Source, God, whatever your belief system may be, once you make that connection, everything becomes really easy and clear and simple. So as we are clear about our priorities, the things that are important, then everything starts to fall into place. And there's still a feeling of a lot of compassion coming up for us through the middle of the week, but there's a feeling of action that's starting to come in as well. And the card for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is Gifts from God. Archangel Sandalphon is with us, and he says, we angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, everything that we've been working on is starting to come into place. And so if you found that your faith in where you are has been wavering recently, know that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to bring gifts for you that helps to solidify for you and to reaffirm your faith that everything is going to be okay. One of the things with gifts from God is it's also really important to be open to receiving. First and foremost, you can ask all you like, but if you aren't open to receiving, then you're not going to get what it is that you're looking for and what you need. So once you ask, make sure you let go and allow yourself to receive. And also, it's really important to allow these gifts to come in a variety of different ways and forms. So for example, you may be asking for a specific solution to a problem that you're dealing with, and that solution that you're asking for is not actually in your highest interest, in your best interest. And so be open to gifts coming to you in a variety of different ways. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is all about abundance, but perhaps coming in different ways than what we expect. All right, and let's bring our crystals back. So, if you have chosen citrine, the message that's coming up for you this week is divine order. Archangel Raguel is with you, and he says everything is pardon me, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. So the divine order card is actually a really powerful one, and it basically says that regardless of how chaotic things may seem and feel right now, know that everything is actually in place and things are really coming together. You know, the idea of being kind of within the storm, it feels like that's perhaps what you're experiencing. Know that the chaos is just about over and everything is starting to come back into balance. Often when we're experiencing change in our lives, it can come through in a way that feels really destructive, but what it's doing is it's breaking down the things that aren't working so that they can be rebuilt in a way that does work, and it does work. So for this week, be as calm and patient as you can be with what's happening. Again, it's really interesting that this card is coming up under the compassion card. So really important for you to keep that energy of compassion around you for this week. Again, not only for yourself, but also the people that you're dealing with, that you're working with, because everything really is falling into place. So biggest message for you this week is to breathe. All right, and if you've chosen aquamarine, the message that's coming up for you this week is brilliant idea. Archangel Uriel is with you, and he says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. So first of all, this card is really strong in claircognizance. So claircognizance, again, is a way that we receive information, and it literally means clear knowing. And that's information that's just coming in, ideas popping into your head. And what this card is saying is that there are a lot of ideas, there's a lot of intuition that you've been receiving, and it's really important that you act on the messages and the guidance that you're getting, because it is accurate. And if you take those steps, then things are going to start shifting for you and coming into a more balanced place. So the ideas, the projects you've been thinking about, intuitions that you've been receiving around changing your circumstances, making lifestyle changes, the message that's coming up for you this week is this is a really important time to be starting to do that. Be as compassionate with yourself as you can with the process, but change is coming, and it's important that you take action on that. And this is a really exciting time for you as well. So if you've chosen aquamarine for the week, listen to your intuition and take action on it. And if you've chosen rose quartz for the week, the message that's coming up for you is chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron is with you, and he says, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. So the message that's coming up for you this week, if you've chosen rose quartz, is it's time to clear out your energy field. It's time to clear out your energy system. Make sure that you're doing things to love and nurture yourself. Rose quartz is a really strong crystal for self-love and being in a place of nurturing, compassion, and the call that's coming up for you this week is to make sure that you're clearing on an energetic level. So in addition to taking care of yourself, making sure that you're being aware of the energies of the people around you and actively choosing who and how you're spending time with people so that you don't pick up on potentially negative energies. And the other thing that's coming up for you is chakra clearing would be a really helpful and beneficial thing for you right now to help keep you balanced and centered. It feels like you're on the precipice of things happening and some change, but that you're in a place where you're building and you're making yourself more open and more stable to creating the next step. So message that's really coming forward for you if you've chosen rose quartz this week is to stay as gentle and strong as you can and keep clearing yourself. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me for this week's weekly psychic reading. You can find the rest of my readings on my website, VancouverIslandPsychic.com, and I want to wish you a fabulous week.